Mary me, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your timeless Amor Monday tarot reading. We're going to go through, of course, your love life, all right? We're going to tap into the tarot, pull some codependency, some triggers that you and or your person may be going through during this time, as well as some time hints as to when this reading is applicable to you, okay? Definitely stay tuned into the end and use your own intuition as we go through this reading so that you strengthen your own intuitive muscle as well. Please take what resonates, leave the rest, and without further ado, let's get it started. All right, shooting on out the deck for your energy. Got the Seven of Wands in reverse. We'll do your person's energy, the energy surrounding the relationship, your potential outcome, as well as the advice here. All right, I'm seeing a lot of well, actually equal parts water, fire, and earth energy here. Okay, so what you may not be doing right now with your person very well or very much is communicating, is being your real, true, authentic selves. I know that can be difficult to hear. Like, of course I'm being myself. Like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. There might be something you're keeping from yourself and thus keeping from your person, something that you're not willing to communicate, with you. All right, so keep that in mind, okay? You do have the Knight of Cups here in reverse for your subconscious energy, Gemini. And the Knight of Cups in reverse is you not giving yourself that attention. Literally what I just said about there not being any swords here on this field right now. So again, there's something that you're not communicating to yourself, and being that that is the Knight of Cups, it is more so surrounding your emotions, giving yourself your flowers, giving yourself credit for everything that you do. Okay, it's like you're giving all of that energy away and not giving it to yourself. That definitely has come up in quite a few of your readings already, so that's something that you're going to want to pay attention to, because Gemini, it is expanding into other aspects of your life. Okay, again, you have the Seven of Wands here that came out in reverse for your energy and love, Gemini. And the Seven of Wands is that you don't have to be on guard all the time. You don't have to be so defensive. Yes, you can communicate. Yes, you can talk about your feelings, your emotions, okay? Especially like you deserve to feel safe, okay? And if you can't feel safe with that person, then okay, they not the person. If you can't feel safe with yourself, then that needs to be worked on, because if you who else, who's your best friend other than you? So that cultivating that intimacy within yourself will actually attract someone on the external level who will be able to have those deep and healing conversations with you. Okay, you do have the Six of Pentacles for your person's energy and love. It's giving, if you haven't met this person already, a very balanced person, a very balanced individual that you can start to learn from and kind of adopt their energy. They're teaching you how to communicate. They're teaching you how to embody that energy of ebb and flow, give and receive type of situations. So they're definitely here to a lesson. They definitely have a lesson for you to learn, for you to grasp in your own energy, because I feel like it's always been one-sided. When you're always on the defensive, it's you're not able to receive. You're blocking yourself off from love and many other things. All right, so they're teaching you how to not only open up in that way, but have there be equilibrium between both energies. You have the Chariot here in reverse for the relationships energy, and yes, it will be in reverse. You cannot move forward if you are not able to communicate, okay, with yourself or others. All right, so until you sit down and learn this lesson and give yourself that attention that you need, okay, with that subconscious Knight of Cups there, nothing will be able to move forward. You'll be stuck in the same perpetual cycle, and nobody wants that. All right, and the potential outcome here, you do have you getting the courage and the determination, the bravery that you need to surmount, to overcome this aspect of you, this part of your life. Okay, you have the King of Wands here, and it is a very authoritative figure, but it's because the King of Wands is not afraid of expressing himself. The King of Wands is not does not hide his heart. His heart is on his sleeve, and he is able to stand behind what he says. He is able to take action. He is able to act with and be just the embodiment of passion, okay, and authenticity, okay. So that is where this relationship is headed. I feel like there's a catalyst somewhere that's going to turn that stagnant energy into something, you know, of perpetual motion. Okay, so your advice here is the 9 of Pentacles here in reverse. Okay, so what this is showing me is that, yeah, you are going to get fed up because, you know, a lot of it, when we don't communicate with ourselves, is because we think that we cannot handle that information deep down inside. Okay, so you're dealing with you know, bouts of not being able to feel self-love, not being able to take care of yourself, self-sufficiency, all of that. You're just not in a place that you want to be in, and thus you think you're taking your value away from yourself. Okay, you're not even allowing another person's energy to assess you for who you are. It's just like, you know, you're embodying a lower frequency, and thus, you know, how you treat you is how other people are going to treat you, type of situation. Okay, and you're constantly giving your value away, so it's just like you feel exhausted, you feel empty, you feel like, you know, when it comes to you, you don't even have the bandwidth anymore once you've given all of your power away to tackle anything that has to do with you. Okay, so you're always like, I'll do that later type of situation. All right, Gemini. So if that resonates in any way, shape, or form, you know I am happy to help. And thank you for all of my returning subscribers, all of you who have literally just found me and clicked on this video. Thank you and welcome. All right, we're going to go ahead and start to clarify these messages for you. The 7 of Wands here in reverse is clarified by, let's see, the Lovers. Okay, Gemini energy coming out at you, as well as the 5 of Pentacles here in reverse. All right, so when you are able to let go, when you're not so defensive anymore, when you're not like trying to hide things anymore from yourself and from everyone else, then you're able to again you know, really be cognizant anyway, really perceive energies of balance, of seeing the reflection, seeing your reflection in everyone and everything, every circumstance around you. Okay, such that you can begin to heal on a foundational level. Okay, way past the subconscious, you can start to see the patterns that you've been running for however long that have kept you in this perpetual cycle. Okay, let's see, the 6 of, and it definitely, you might feel it, that it comes from your heart space specifically. So that's something that you can actually set aside time to sit with and heal, okay, and intend on letting that go. The 6 of Pentacles is here because of the 7 of Wands coming out again, as well as the Shaman here. Okay, so if you do you know, take up arms, if you do, and this is your person's energy, okay, and they have the energy of giving and receiving. Okay, there's a time and place to be defensive and to stand up and to protect. Okay, but that is when you are fully aligned with your being, who you want to be, who you are, and that's when, you know, you're fully capable of manifesting every and anything that you want to manifest. Like there's 2 different energies. Okay, you cannot be in this defensive energy if you're not really sure of yourself or what you want, or, you know, when you're not, you cannot be in that energy when you're not ready to be in that energy. Okay, you feel me? So it's like they're showing you, or they're able to show you, like, yeah, you can be that way, but in this instance, like you're not there yet. Okay, so this is how this relationship is going to help you and show you how you can learn and gather the tools you need to be that energy that you want to be. Okay, so that you don't have to fake it, you know. The Chariot is here for you, Gemini, for your relationships energy, and it is here in reverse because of the 8 of Swords as well as the 3 of Swords here in reverse. Okay, so again, stagnant energy. I feel like, Gemini, you've trapped yourself for quite a while. Okay, and if you realize that mentally you're trapped, okay, you're stuck, you don't know a way forward, it is time to release yourself, because you're the only one that you literally like are holding the key, wondering why you're still trapped in the same place, you know. So you have to start to give yourself the time. Like, you've always had the key to unlock, you just didn't feel like it. You just didn't feel like, it was important enough. Like, again, like you're putting yourself and your value way low. So what you need to do is, you know, again, feel those things that you've been running from for so long. That Three of Swords, like, yes, it's going to hurt, but that pain is temporary. The things are coming up so that you can release them. They're like, please let me out. Like, we don't want to be here. This didn't have to be what this needed to be. Like, can you open the door, please? You know? The universe is always conspiring in your favor, and we are the only ones, Gemini, that stand in the way of everything, okay? So let it out. Cry if you need to. Do whatever you need to, because otherwise it's like, not only are you stuck in a carriage on the road, but the carriage is locked. Like, you just never gonna get out. Like, if the carriage is broken, you wouldn't get out and just walk, you know, to the next village, or, you know, whatever it is. Do what you need to do. You're just gonna let things happen to you, or think things that happen to you instead of for you. Like, what's happening here? You know, the King of Wands is here for your energy, for the potential outcome you have here in love, Gemini, because of the Four of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Page of Swords here in reverse. All right, so yes, I do feel as though you're going to be able to make like a 180 type of situation happen for you, but it really comes with you asking yourself the qualifying questions. How have I, yes, you, Gemini, stood in my own way? How have I literally clung on to things for safety, feeling like they were going to leave me, feeling like I had to do this, that, and the third to even get a little bit of attention, you know, and you weren't even giving yourself those attention when you were doing those things, you know? How can I break out of the patterns that I've been running? How can I break out of those actions, the things that I keep doing that are not translating into any fruits, that are not bearing any fruits? How can I be real and honest with myself about what I continue to do over and over again? You have to be open and willing to ask yourself those questions, and be open and willing to answer them honestly, and take different actions, okay? Like, have the discipline in order to fully go through the process and let those old things go. All right, let's see. So this is more, as you can see, Gemini, this is more of a self-love reading, but if it applies to you and or your person, then it does, okay? So Nine of Pentacles here. Your advice has to do with the universe in reverse, as well as the Ace of Swords in reverse, okay? There are a lot of things that still need to be learned in regards to yourself, everything, your self-discipline, your self-love, your self-sufficiency, okay? The universe in reverse tells you that, you know, that there's still things that are at this level that you need to accomplish, that you need to surmount, you know, and those things have to do with all the lies, all the manipulations that you tell yourself, okay? All the misinformation, all the, oh, I'm gonna just do that later, all the procrastination, all the lack of communication you have within yourself. That is the whole basis of why you feel so depleted, that you feel so depressed sometimes, whatever it is, exhausted. That is the whole reason why, because you refuse to you know, stand face to face with your own healing, what needs to be healed, okay? On the bottom of the deck, clarifying this Knight of Cups in reverse, you do have the Page of Cups. So subconsciously, you do know that you have to start to catch yourself, okay? Those intrusive thoughts, or when you feel yourself, you know, in a space where you're usually like, okay, I'm gonna do that later. Like, subconsciously, you have to start to take those steps and see the reflection in real time. It's not later, because later, like, say you try to invoke that same energy later, it's not going to be the same. It's not authentic. You know, you need to work on doing it in the time being and releasing it in the time being, because it's coming up for a reason, okay? So baby steps, little by little, starting to implement different practices to heal, so that you can be more open and receptive to love the way it's supposed to flow, okay? So, Gemini, again, if that resonates in any way, shape, or form, definitely share this with any other Gemini or anybody that needs to hear a message just like this one, okay? I'm going to pull some codependency, some trigger cards for you and or your person. So let's see what comes out for you. First off, there was a trigger that came out, a codependency that came out. So you have, why are you trying to convince another person how to think, react, or feel? And you also have another codependency. Why are you making such poor decisions when you clearly know the consequences? And on the bottom of the deck, more subconscious energy, you have indirect communication is avoidance and unhealthy communication. All right, Gemini. And last but not least, we're going to pull some time hints as to when this specific reading is applicable to you, but you know, okay? So if this resonates with when you know, then all the more, all the better, okay? So Gemini, you have here, no, not you. Let's see, time hints for Gemini in love. Gemini, you have here in December, okay? That might be when something sparked off, all right? Because I am getting the sense that this is something that's been needing to overcome, that you've been needing to overcome for a while. You also have next week that's happening here subconsciously in the bottom of the deck. All right, so be aware. All right, again, you know. You know your own self, okay? Just open yourself up to that relationship, okay? So, Gemini, I'm going to leave this right on here. If you like this video, I trust that you will hit that thumbs up button, that notification bell, so that you do know when I post new videos just like this one. You can actually start by looking at your Fortune Friday video that will pop up on the bottom of the screen. And other than that, I hope you share this with another Gemini. I hope this helped, and I hope to see you next time. Alrighty? Toodles.